What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today we're going to be going ahead and discussing why EA personally thinks Battlefield 2042 completely flopped. Their thought process behind the whole development cycle of this game, and basically, why they think this game turned out to be a total failure. And let me tell you guys something. It is pretty darn interesting, their explanations for everything that went wrong. But before we go ahead and get into the commentary, just very quickly, I am going to be showcasing a little bit more Battlefield 2042 gameplay today. I'm not going to branch off and do Call of Duty like I usually do. I'm just going to go ahead and suck it up and just keep showing you guys Nightbird gameplay, since that's pretty much the only way I could possibly have fun in this game currently. But I'm going to go ahead and grind some more Battlefield 2042 today. I'm going to take a little break from the Nightbird and just try to strictly focus on infantry-styled gameplay. So if you guys want to go ahead and join me for this grind session of getting clips and stuff like that, I am going to be live streaming all day long, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, so just around 2 hours after this video goes live. So if you want to go ahead and, give me some company, chat it up with me, or even just rant about Battlefield 2042 and get some stuff off your chest, by all means, go down into the description of this video. I don't only have the link to my Twitch channel there, I also have the link to my Twitter and my Discord. All of the social medias that I try very hard to, interact with you guys. You can hit me in my DMs on Twitter or on Discord as well. I try to, talk to as many people as I possibly can. I've been pretty bad in the past, I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to work on that and try to, get a little bit more active on social media than I usually am. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're going to be going ahead and discussing why EA thinks Battlefield 2042 flopped. Now, if you go ahead and try to discuss this with anybody else in the Battlefield community, I'm pretty sure they're all going to tell you the same exact thing. The game just doesn't resemble Battlefield. Everything about it, between the customization, the atmosphere of the game, the specialists and stuff like that in the game instead of, typical classes, and just, the false advertisement of trying to showcase this game off as Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 in the trailers, and then obviously going ahead and giving us what we see today. I mean, shoot, even in my other video that I posted yesterday, when I went over the Glassdoor reviews of some of the people who are working currently at DICE and on the project of Battlefield 2042, some of the developers even said, don't make games based on trailers, make trailers based on games. So for me personally, I think it's very clear of what the community wants out of Battlefield 2042. Even the developers completely agree with everything that we are saying. But over on Twitter, Tom Henderson put out a tweet. He actually went ahead and, quoted one of the people in one of their calls discussing Battlefield 2042. And the tweet says, "The disconnect between EA and the community literally wants me to put my fist through my monitor." Quote, "We also had a PC performance cap, and that was very upsetting to core PC players." So we started to see some negative sentiment on Steam. Laura Miele, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not exactly too sure how to pronounce that. But then he ends it off by saying they just don't get it. And honestly, I mean, let's be serious here. What are you talking about with a PC performance cap? Basically what this means is they're saying that PCs are capped at a certain level. So we're only able to get like 70 frames, or we're only able to get 80 frames. That's not the case. I don't know what you guys are seeing, EA. But my PC can't run this game. I got a pretty beefy boy here. Like I said, I went ahead, I put some time aside, put some money aside, and I really invested into getting something that would really help the performance of the streams and also the YouTube content. So I got something that can definitely 110% play this game, and I can barely go ahead and get 60, 70, 80 frames. I mean, shoot, sometimes I'm even dropping down to 40 to 50. So I would love to see this PC performance cap, because I would love to hit some type of cap at least, instead of, getting down to like basic PS4 console frames right now. I mean, I'm talking about like the base version, my old ass PS4 that's still in the closet, completely dusted up right now. I could pull that bad boy out and we'll get more frames than any other game out there compared to Battlefield 2042 and the frames on my current build. But as a PC player who enjoys the Battlefield franchise, I gotta say, I am completely offended by this statement here. Truly, it's awful, and it just proves that EA is trying to cover up every last bit of Battlefield 2042, and they refuse to fess up to their mistakes. Basically, what they're doing right here is just trying to give more fake positive press. Just like how they constantly are saying this game is outstanding, and how the, customer support at EA is saying that, the feedback is very positive for this game. They're trying to finesse people, because they know if you're on console, you don't care about Steam. You don't care about any of that crap. But when you see the news blowing up saying, oh, the Steam charts are dropping, and everything on Steam is going negative with this game, it's bad news. But if you flip it around and say, oh, well, guess what? The only reason they're negative is just because of some PC performance issues. We have a cap, a frame cap, which is completely false. They're just saying that to finesse people, and then everybody's going to say, oh, well, that's not that bad. That's why all the negative reviews are going on right now, when it's way worse than that. But when a console player goes ahead and reads that, they're going to think to themselves, oh, this game is bad because it sucks on PC. When in all reality, the overall game as a whole is completely garbage. Like I said, it's more than just performance bugs and glitches. It's the core game itself. It's missing every last vibe of what made a good Battlefield game. And because of that, it makes it absolutely suck. But again, like I said, if anybody who hasn't purchased this game yet, who has a console, sees this post, they're going to think, oh, maybe I will go ahead and purchase this game. And they have not even the slightest clue of what disaster they're about to get themselves in. Now, if that statement doesn't convince you on how oblivious EA is towards the current state of Battlefield 2042, then how about this statement right here? Now, Tom Henderson went ahead and put together an article for all of us to read as well, and in this article, he kind of touched upon, the bugs and stuff like that. So I'm going to kind of read a little bit about the bugs, but the main point is at the bottom there. He goes ahead and says, it was then revealed that Battlefield 2042's bug count ratio got to historic levels for a DICE game, and mock reviews prior to launch were in the high 70s to low 80s. Following the game's launch, DICE rolled out its Day 1 and Day 0 patches to get the bug count down further. On this, Miel continued and said that Battlefield 2042's launch and patches meant the game was stable and the early critical reception was good. However, according to EA, things took a turn, and that turn was the surprise release of Halo Infinite multiplayer. Yes, you heard that correctly. DICE literally put the blame on why their game is so garbage and so bad because it released next to Halo Infinite multiplayer. And because Halo Infinite was so polished and it worked so well at launch, it completely wiped Battlefield 2042 clean. And I'm going to be honest, yeah, Halo Infinite did have a pretty good launch, and probably out of all the FPS games, it performed the best. But it still has its fair share of problems, and it's completely ridiculous for EA to even consider that Halo Infinite is the main reason that Battlefield 2042 flopped. Once again, proving that EA is completely oblivious to why this game is failing. They keep thinking it's because of the bugs and the glitches. More bugs, more glitches equals horrible gameplay, when it's the complete opposite. Battlefield fans, even though we shouldn't have to be, are used to these style of launches. Every single Battlefield game out there, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, pretty much anything you could possibly think of, has always released in a state where it's just going to take months and months and months to polish off all the bugs, all the glitches, and make it a very clean experience. It's nothing new. We're used to that. So trust me when I go ahead and say this, that all of the Battlefield community, these bugs that are going on in 2042 are nothing. I don't think that's why people are pissed off right now. The main reason people are angry is because of the current setting and the vibes, the mood that you are setting with Battlefield 2042. You advertise this game to be like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. You advertise the backstory and the lore of this game to be apocalyptic and a very creepy atmosphere. And then you go ahead and make one of the most cartooniest Battlefield games we have seen to date. I mean, borderline worse than Hardline when it comes to, goofy factor. That right there is why people are leaving this game. It just simply isn't Battlefield. And that is also why the whole community is outraged right now. That's why the developers are leaving Reddit and they don't even want to read it anymore, because the community is pissed off because of this exact reason. And you want to know why they're so pissed off? Because you won't listen. Yes, you do listen to bugs, glitches, and fixes that must happen in the game. But again, like I said, that isn't the problem here. That's not why the game is losing tons of players. And yeah, I'm not going to say that isn't a cause. It's definitely a reason why people are leaving. It's probably one of the buggiest Battlefield games we've ever seen. But it goes much deeper than that. And the community has expressed this multiple times. And you have not touched upon this not a singular time. DICE hasn't touched upon this. The community managers have not touched upon this. EA hasn't touched upon this. They're so focused and so zoned in on the bugs and the issues that they don't even notice that the game isn't even Battlefield. But I'm going to be honest, I am still extremely thankful because at least the Battlefield community isn't as airheaded as the Call of Duty community. You see, Call of Duty is a much different story. It's hard for us to get our way when it comes to things, because there's too many of us. Call of Duty is way too popular to the point where Activision's main money source, or their main population when it comes to COD, don't even know over half of the horrible practices that they do when it comes to any of these Call of Duty titles. They don't watch YouTube videos. They don't watch Twitch streams. They don't watch any content creators. They're not filled in on any loops of the game. They just buy COD yearly. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how many times you try to fix something, we never get results because the game still gets numbers at the end of the day. But for Battlefield, EA can spew this crap to us for as long as they want. They could try to, finesse as many people as they please, but the numbers prove that the game is garbage, And at the end of the day, we aren't stupid. And that goes for pretty much any single game that EA develops, maybe besides their sports games. But Battlefront, we went through the same thing. We had major issues and problems with the microtransaction system in that game. We did not like it. We revolted, and we got what we wanted. And the same thing goes for the Battlefield community as well. We don't like something, we're pissed off about something, they're not going to play it. It's as simple as that. They won't put their time forth, they won't give them any time, they won't give them any more money. Easy peasy. So only time will tell if EA will go ahead and open up and just, confess that it's more to the game failing than just bugs and glitches, and stop accusing other alternatives, things like Halo Infinite releasing. Like, come on now. Halo Infinite compared to Battlefield, they are two completely different games. It's like you can't even compare the two at all. And to say that Halo affected your money, your income, your stats of your game is just ridiculous. They're two different type of players, two different type of play styles, and two different type of environments. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm done ranting your ears off. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bonus, I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new or other content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those are down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.